Today we're doing lesson 6.13, situations involving equal size groups. Since Diego's aunt is buying pilates, which are ice pops, for a class party. At the local market, pilates come in different flavors. She buys the same number of pilates of each of each flavor. What is a mathematical question? What mathematical questions can we ask about this situation? So, if you're given this information up here, what is a possible math problem that you might see that follows this?
2 times 3.
No. Devin?
2 times 3.
No. Mathematical questions.
Oh.
Not problems.
Oh,
questions. You'll see. Avis?
How many flavors did you get?
For sure. So it says in the scenario, at the local market, pilates come in different flavors. How many different flavors are there? Is that something that we probably need to know before we could solve this? Okay, how many flavors are there? Write that down. What's another question that might be in a situation like this? Colton?
How many did she buy?
Yeah, how many did she buy altogether? Good. How many pilates did she buy? And that kind of buy, like to purchase, is B-U-Y. Evan?
How much money was?
You could get into the cost. You could. Audrey?
Could you ask how many of each kind was it, since you're already asking?
Yeah, because it says she buys the same number of pilates of each flavor, but you could say how many of each flavor does she buy? How many of each flavor does she buy? Mary, you have another one?
How many students in the class?
Yeah, that would be helpful to know, right? How many students are there in the class? Okay, so here is an equation that goes together with this. And it says, in the situation about the class party, what questions could the equation represent? So, if you see an equation that goes with this that says 84 divided by 7, what could that 84 represent? Avis? The total she bought, right? Okay. So this could be the total number she bought. If that's the case, then what would the 7 be, do you think, Macy?
How many are in the box?
Or what are we talking about?
24.
How many flavors? So the 7 could be the number of flavors there are, right? The number of flavors. So if we have the total number that she bought, and we divide that if we've got the total number she bought divided by the number of flavors, what would our answer mean?
Oh.
Athena, stay focused, please. Ari? No, because it didn't say that she bought one for each student. Colton?
How many she bought for each student?
No, students nowhere in here. Jackson?
It would be how much in each flavor?
How many of each flavor? Yes. How many of each flavor? So this number is how many of each flavor she bought. Does that make sense? So she bought 84. She's got a pile of 84 on the counter. And if 7 is the number of flavors, which based on our picture before seems about right? There was about 7 flavors, maybe 6, maybe 8, about 7. And so if she buys 84, there's 7 flavors, and we divide, that's going to tell us how many of each flavor she bought. So, in this situation of the class party, what questions could the equation represent? How many of each flavor, write this down, Zerelda, she bought? Okay, how many of each flavor she bought? Find the answer to one of the questions you wrote and show your reasoning. Okay, so we're gonna find what 84 divided by 7 is. Now, you guys have multiplication tables to help you. But I wanna show you how to, like, let's see here. My multiplication table does go high enough. 84 divided by 7 equals what? 12. So that means she bought 12 strawberry, 12 cherry, 12 pineapple, 12 of each, right? So, 84 divided by 7 equals 12. We're gonna leave it at that. You're getting way behind on your writing already. We're gonna leave it at that because we've got some more on the next page that we're going to get into. More snacks for a class party. Priya's mom made 85 gulab jamuns for the class to share. Priya gave 5 to each student in the class. How many students are in Priya's class? So she made a total of 85. She said 5 for you, 5 for you, 5 for you, all the way up until she gave them all out. And if we take 85 and divide it by 5, our answer is going to be the number of students in Priya's class. Okay, so now we could go through and count up by 5s until we figured out how many groups of 5 it takes to make 85. My multiplication table doesn't go up that high, and neither does yours. So Another way to do it is to split this. Now, we've been splitting a lot into expanded form, but there's other ways to split numbers. Expanded form are breaking apart a number into numbers they add up to be, right? So like 80 plus 5 equals 85. What if I did instead 50 plus 35? Can you divide 50 by 5?
Yeah.
Can you divide 35 by 5?
Yes.
Is that easier to do than 85 divided by 5?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to set this up just like with multiplication. We're going to divide 50 by 5 first. Then we're going to divide 35 by 5 and add the answers together. What's 50 divided by 5? 10. And then what's 35 divided by 5? 7. If you aren't sure, the way that you use a multiplication table to help you with division is you go to the smaller number, the row, the 5 row, and look for 35. And when you're dividing, Zerelda, then you go up. Division answers will always be on top. Okay? So, 10 plus 7, 17. Does that make sense for a class size? Yes. Okay. So, 85 divided by 5 equals 17. Okay. Hans' uncle sent 110 chocolate-covered breadsticks for a snack. The students in Hans' class are seated in 6 tables. Han plans to give the same number of breadsticks to each table. So what we're doing is we're dividing 110 by 6 tables, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to draw my 6 tables. There's my 6 tables. And now, if I start going up by ones, is that going to take a really long time?
Yes.
To count up to 110?
Uh-huh.
Okay. If I start counting by 5s, that's still going to take a while. If I start counting by 10s, it's still going to take a while. But let's try 15. 15, 30, 45,
60, 75, 90.
Okay, so we've passed out 90 of the breadsticks so far. How many do we have left?
We have
20. Okay, so how can we split 20 by 6 tables? Macy?
2.
You want to try 2 more each? Okay. So if I give 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I can still do more. So 2 wasn't big enough. What should I do instead of 2?
5.
3. Let's try 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Now how many do I have left? 2.
Oh.
So I can't split these last 2 because I'm not cutting them in half because, Avis, who wants the one part without chocolate?
No one. I do.
Shh, we're not splitting them. What it is how many did each table get? 18, right? Because we did 15 first plus 3 is 18. So each table gets 18 because 110 divided by 6 equals 18 with 2 left over. Write that down. Zerelda, we're going to be having a conversation soon. Okay. You've got more to write down. Copy down what I wrote. 18 with 2 left over. That's important that you know.
I wondered how many chocolate covered breadsticks to each person.
Well, it depends on how many's at a table, right? Because we don't know.